Hello, listeners and viewers. Welcome to Rising Above Shadows of Abuse, Raza. I'm your host, Grace Opa. Today, I have the wonderful and charming Machiche. What does healing look like for you today? Not in theory, but in your everyday life.
Everyday life healing looks like just being in the presence of God, whether it is through prayer or through reading the Bible. Just going to church. It's not like a magical destination. Healing is a journey and it takes time, but I just have so much compassion for myself that I do not want to wake up in the morning and then I feel like, you know what, today is going to be a good day regardless of what today might bring. So healing to me is also like finding peace within myself and especially with people all around, because the Bible says you should have peace with everyone. You should strive to have peace with everyone. Even it tells about loving your enemies. So healing comes when you finally understand that loving your enemies, it doesn't mean that it liberates you from feeling bitter, from feeling angered. It just makes the world better because the peace that you feel inside, it shows up and it amplifies just because you decided to love your enemies and forgive whoever who has hurt you with whatever you were going through. So yeah, it's just the healing. It's a constant moment with Christ and also being grateful to what you have and what you have in the moment and what is surrounding you. So I think that's what healing is for me. Finding peace within myself and finding peace with everybody that's surrounding me, especially the ones that have hurt me.
That's great. Yeah, because like you said, the Bible says, if as much as possible, be at peace with all men. And just like you said, gratitude, when you're grateful, better things happen because you survived the abuse. Some people didn't survive it. We are still here today to tell our stories. And that is why we just have to be thankful that people didn't make it, but we survived. So we just have to be grateful. That's why we're sharing our stories. That leads me to this particular question. People don't really talk about this, but spiritual abuse is prevalent as well. So spiritual abuse can be deeply confusing, especially when it's tied to your sense of identity and faith, right? How did you begin to untangle what was toxic from what was true?
Spiritual abuse, it's not a good thing because it affects your relationship with God and it affects the trust that you have within yourself. So you end up asking yourself, is my pain relevant? Am I doing things right? You started doubting yourself most of the time. And I decided what helped me to untangle the toxicity from what is a norm. It's when I understood what love meant, and not just understanding what love meant, but the feeling that I got, especially when I had my son. The love that I felt for my son and what I understood from the scriptures about how God describes that love is kind, it doesn't boast, it doesn't envy, love is patient. When I started understanding the concept of what love is, that's when I started to entangle toxicity and untangle what was toxic and what was a norm. If I'm putting it okay. So because most people, they stay in abusive relationship because they do not know what love is. So they stay in a relationship thinking that this is how life is supposed to be, but it's not like that. But the minute you understand what love is, and the minute that you understand the conditional love, not just feeling it, but also understanding it by how God describes it, that's when you become liberated within. That's when you decide to move away from toxicity because it no longer aligns with what you understand. So when I first realized what love is, that's when I decided to untangle.
Thank you. Be safe and be positive. Don't forget to visit our social media handles: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram at Rising Above Shadows of Abuse. Thank you and bye for now.